I think Kigali agreements, right? Right, Kigali agreements. So again, as you know that one of the latest agreement signed by almost all the countries across the world, what we commonly call Kigali agreements. So it was signed in 2016 and amended in the year January 2019, the last year, where all the countries agreed to phase out a compound which is involved in the phenomena called ozone depletion. Okay, so Kigali agreement is connecting with the phenomena called ozone depletion, another global issue. Okay, and the agreement stating that 85% of the compound should be phased out before 2045. Okay, and across the world there should not be a compound, namely dash, and the option they given is chlorofluorocarbon, CFC, what we commonly call HCFC, hydrochlorofluorocarbon, then hydrofluorocarbon, then all the above. The answer is hydrofluorocarbon, because all other compounds are already phased out by Montreal Protocol. Okay, we already banned the compounds, namely chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon by Montreal Protocol, MONTREAL. So there is no meaning to say the Kigali there. Kigali conference is meant for phasing out the third compound called hydrofluorocarbon, which is enormously used by the countries as refrigerant, air conditioning, and all the component we are using the compound called hydrofluorocarbon. So that's the reason compound we are using. So now we agreed to phase out the compound before 2045. Okay, what we commonly call a Kigali agreement or protocol. So the answer is hydrofluorocarbon. And again see the word chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon is already phased out as per the Montreal Protocol. Okay, so our answer is HFC. Number 3. Again the question is, okay, so again the one, if you go through 2 to 3 months back, even the last day, the channel news saying that one of your disease is outbroken across Wayanad and Malappuram districts. In 1970s, the same disease was recorded from Karnataka forest, commonly called by the term monkey's fever. Channel news monkey fever threatening the local population. That's the news. Okay, the disease is technically called by the term Keisner forest disease. Okay, so it was carried by a tick, T-I-C-K, a tick normally occurring in monkey, acting as a carrier of the disease. Okay, but initially we thought that it is affecting only the monkeys. Now proved that it is going to affect the mammals including human being. The syndrome comprising high body temperature, high vomiting with internal bleeding. Okay, so see the word high body temperature, high vomiting with internal bleeding, leading to sudden abrupt death. So it's a threatening to the local population in Wayanad and Malappuram districts. Okay, and the question here is that which will be the causative agent of the disease? Okay, flavivirus, F-L-A-V-I, flavivirus. See the word flavivirus causing a monkey's disease, what commonly called a Keisner forest disease. Okay, the syndrome comprising body temperature, vomiting, internal bleeding, leading to death. So, but there is a recent question. Okay, and what I said is in 70s we are recording the same in Karnataka forest. Now we are re-recording the same in Kerala after 50 years. Okay, and currently no drug is available to control the event. So that's why the news channel saying that is a threatening to the local population, like your Nipah outbroken in Calicut. Okay, the next one, I think Malabar civets. Okay, that's fine. Again, here we are given some national park from Kerala, because case examination generally going to concentrate, we believe, not be sure, going to concentrate from environmental issue from Kerala more specifically rather than national purview. Okay, that's why the question was chosen by me. So here we are given 4 national park from Kerala. Okay, 4 of them from Kerala, which belong to the district called Idukki. Okay, so I think Iravakulam National Park, Madhikaetan National Park, Periyar National Park, Karimbura National Park. Okay, which among them are falling under the Idukki district? Iravakulam, where it belongs? Idukki, right? Iravakulam belong to Idukki. Periyar, Idukki district. Madhikaetan, Idukki district. Karimbura, Palakkad. So the first 3 belonging to Idukki. And again, for your information, out of the 6, 5 of them belonging to Idukki. നമുക്ക് 6 ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്, 5 ഇടുക്കിയാണ്. ഒരെണ്ണം മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ അവേ ഫ്രം ഇടുക്കി. ഏതാണ്? സൈലന്റ് വാലി. കരിമ്പുഴ ഇപ്പോൾ അപ്രൂവൽ ആയതേ ഉള്ളൂ, ഗ്രീൻ നോഡ് കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല. എഗെയിൻ ബിലോങ്ങിങ് ടു പാലക്കാട്. 7th നാഷണൽ പാർക്ക് ഫ്രം കേരള. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്ന 6-ൽ 5 ഇടുക്കിയാണ്, ഒരെണ്ണം സൈലന്റ് വാലിയാണ്, പാലക്കാടാണ്. കരിമ്പുഴ ഇപ്പോൾ ഡിക്ലെയർ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്, ഇറ്റ് ബിലോങ് ടു പാലക്കാട്. അപ്പോൾ ഹിയർ ദ ആൻസർ ഈസ് 1, 2 and 3. Okay, but that's again very simple question, very common question. And then again there's another one is that one of the rarest animal declared by IUCN in 2019 known as Malabar civet. So it was recorded only from Travancore area of Kerala across the world. Now the animal is facing extinction. That means going to disappear. Okay, so 2019 data bank saying that the animal is rarest in the earth, going to become extinct. Okay, so and there they given 3 statements. One is, as you know, that there is the word IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, an international apex body, categorized the animal under critically endangered. So the meaning is very clear in the word, the animal is going to be disappear. So the statement is correct, it belongs to the category called critically endangered. And there are other categories also: endangered, vulnerable, near threatened, least concern, data deficient, not evaluated. So different category we have as per IUCN, but this animal belongs to critically endangered. But the statement is correct. Okay, again, Government of India, as per our constitution, have a law called by the term Wildlife Protection Act, declared in the year 1972, and every year the law will be added, appendix will be added. Okay, anyway, so Wildlife Protection Act is constitution bounded law of India, legally binding. Okay, and again, as per the law, we have got different schedule. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 schedule we have. And the question here is, the statement here is that in which schedule we included Malabar civets? Okay, the answer is schedule 1. The statement is correct. So as per the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, the animal is included under the schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Statement is right. And third is that, like again, the statement is irrecoverably right, because one of the category belong to Western Ghats, endemic, means not cosmopolitan. Opposite word is cosmopolitan. Endemic means seen only in a particular geographical region. This animal is localized along the Western Ghats of India, and more abundantly in southern part of Western Ghats, namely Kerala. Okay, but the statement is again correct. 1, 2 and 3. The last one. So one of the global component UNCED. The expansion is UN means United Nations Convention on Environment and Development. One of the most prestigious evening program carried globally for the first time. That's why the word is very important. 1992. It was organized by UN Convention on Environment and Development. Okay, the largest meeting held by the UN body in the year 1992. So what they declared many agendas. One of the agendas is called with the term LA21. What is commonly called Local Agenda 21. That's the word meaning. Local Agenda 21. But the question they will put the word LA only. Local Agenda 21. What it implies, what it refers, what it states. Okay, the statement here is that local planning at the Gram Sabha level or at the Panchayat level to face the 21st century. Okay, the question here is that local planning for the 21st century is the objective of the program called LA21. Okay, but that should be the mode of questions probably we are expecting. Okay, but when you are preparing environment biology, tune your studies, plan your studies in this direction. Okay, and more important is that because of the shortage of time, I am saying that we should know what happened to Kerala in 2019. So it's very, very important. So whatever things happen in Kerala in 2019 connecting with environment. Okay, and probably because whenever we put the word environment, it is a global issue. So national purview also important. Okay, then I will put some topics to you. You can go through because I don't know whether we will go for the entire topic or not. Number one is environmental issues. This is a sure area of question. Environmental issues. Second word is biodiversity. Biodiversity. And third is conservation. And fourth is national bodies, comma, international bodies, 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 national international bodies, comma, acts, ACTS, environmental acts. So these are the four areas you should concentrate, plus 2019 all the current affairs. Okay, so once you are covering this component, definitely you are going to click in the environmental biology. Okay, but that depends upon your working. Okay, so without that, I don't think we are going to achieve the task. Probably I don't know how many questions they are going to put it out. I don't know. Anyway, definitely you are going to get 6 questions. That's guaranteeing you, because it is one of the most pertinent area in the syllabus. And many of the environmental questions will be definitely going to connect with geography. So don't study geography in an isolated compartment away from environment. Both are mutually interlinked. So study geography at par with environment rather than watertight compartments. Okay, so I have given a overvision regarding what should be the area to be addressed. Clear? Any query or any doubt, you can put it out. Anything if you want to know more, I will put, or I will move into the topic. Please, sir. Disaster management, yes, maybe you can connect with the environment, but probably it will be more apt to address in geography, because geographically disaster is very important rather than, that's why I said the word, you connect the component with geography, because in the environment as per your syllabus there is no word called a disaster, probably in geography. But definitely there will be questions because Kerala faced disaster twice, 2018, 2019. So there will be questions, definitely there will be questions. But again, the question can be easily addressable by climate change, that we will deal. Because all these are interconnected in a simple manner. Climate change is a part of disaster. Other than that, there is no disaster in Kerala. Anything more? Okay.